What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh no, it's Eric Go, otherwise known as Eric Go, coming at you guys with another video. And today I briefly want to talk about a shipping service that we have here in the Philippines called Shippingcart. So actually, it's my first time ever using Shippingcart, and I just decided to give it a try based on a couple friends that said, hey, if you need something from the States, go ahead and use the service. So just to give you guys a background or a little overview of what Shippingcart is, it's actually run by LBC, and they have a warehouse in Hayward, California. And what you do is you can buy stuff online from Amazon, eBay, and also StockX, a bunch of other online vendors, or basically any shop that will ship to a contiguous US address, and you can have your items shipped to their Hayward warehouse, and then they will forward that to an address in the Philippines. It's completely door to door, and it's a pretty hassle-free way of getting your stuff, and definitely a quick way to get it as well. For some people that have been in the game for a little bit, know that they can have a family member, bring them back the stuff, make pabili, or if you're more old school, you'll use a freight forwarder that has a physical office in the Philippines, such as Johnny Air Cargo for one. So when I was a kid, my parents would always used to go to Johnny Air Cargo and send their stuff that way. If it was stuff that could wait a little bit or wasn't time sensitive, we'd ship it in a balikbayan box. And still to this day in 2019, the balikbayan box is still the most cost efficient way of getting your items from America to the Philippines. But of course, that takes about 3 months, and the balikbayan box gets, it gets torn and tossed around, and it gets wet, and it's a very hot environment. So if you have delicate items and items that you need quickly, then Shippingcart is the way to go. And before we move forward in the video, I just want to let you guys know this is not an ad for Shippingcart. I was just genuinely curious to give it a try. And so I spent my own money and decided to see what Shippingcart was all about. So let's get into the actual process. All you have to do is go, oh, there goes my water bottle. All you have to do is go online and sign up for a Shippingcart address. And as I mentioned, they have a warehouse in Hayward, California, and they also have a warehouse in the UK for those UK packages. But we'll be talking about the American portion, or the United States fines portion in this video. So I actually ordered a pair of shoes off of eBay. I got an amazing deal. I just saw the auction listing, and basically the shoes were at 50% off of what the actual SRP or the retail price would be. And actually, I just want to note that the shoes that I purchased were from an individual seller. So it wasn't from store, and it wasn't from Amazon, it wasn't from Macy's or Nordstrom or Neiman Marcus or any of those guys. It wasn't from a huge e-commerce chain. It was actually just from somebody who was selling something on eBay. And then I gave them the address for the Hayward warehouse, and they went ahead and shipped it to that address. After a couple days of shipping it, Shippingcart actually received my package, and they take a couple days to process. So about 2 days after the tracking number for USPS said that it was delivered to the warehouse, I got the notification from Shippingcart saying that my item has been added to my cart. And basically what that means is your item gets then tagged to your account number and placed on a shelf or a little box, and then it sits there and it waits until you give the go-ahead and pay for the freight forwarding service to the Philippines. In my case, I decided not to combine any items or order anything else from any other sellers or e-commerce websites. I decided I just wanted my shoes, and I went ahead, logged on, paid the fee. I saw the photos of from the Shippingcart team, where they took photos of the shoes. They opened up the box, checked to make sure what was inside, and then they put it on that shelf, and then they weighed it as well. So they weigh it based on volumetric weight, so how much it actually weighs, and then the length, width, and height of the box to give you a shipping quote. Before we move forward with the actual unboxing, I just want to actually drill down on that process. So on Shippingcart's website, there's a list of prohibited items. So anything that's illegal, anything that's kind of a gray area in terms of legality. Weapons obviously can't. And then also a big thing for me, you can't ship car parts new or used. So any kind of door mirrors, any kind of engine parts are not going to be able to be shipped via Shippingcart. I don't actually know the reasons why, but I would highly recommend that you check out the Shippingcart website for a full list of the prohibited items. On a side note, I actually want to get into that really quick because I know some of you guys are worried if you get an item shipped to the Shippingcart warehouse in California and Shippingcart rejects it and they say, no, you can't forward this to the Philippines. It actually happened to me. And again, I was doing it based purely on trial and error. So just to give you guys an idea, I ordered some CBD gummies, which are not actually illegal in America. There's nothing stating that it's a prohibited item. However, when I shipped them from Amazon to the Shippingcart warehouse, they opened it up and they said it contained hemp, and they sent me a nice email saying that your item is prohibited, we cannot ship this. From there, they gave me 30 days to print out my own UPS shipping label to ship it back to Amazon, or rather, ship it to another address. In which case, I still have a home back in the United States, so I decided to print out a prepaid UPS label at my own expense and ship them over to my dad's house in New York. And I told him, hey man, you can go ahead and have these CBD gummies, see what happens, see if they actually work, and give it a try. So that's what happens if you send a prohibited item to the Shippingcart warehouse. If you don't decide to forward that prohibited item to another address or return it back to the sender, then you have 30 days until the item is destroyed or they start charging you storage fees for that item until you remove it from the warehouse. And as a side note, I want to say that the Shippingcart customer service team is actually amazing. They reply quickly, they reply within the day. I was actually shocked because they reply at both US time, so California time, West Coast time hours, but also during Philippines time as well. So typically if I would send them a message in the evening here in Manila, they would get back to me within a couple hours. If I would send them a message in the morning, still they would get back to me within a couple hours. So super cool team there, and I had no issue sending that prohibited item back to a different address in the States, and then I had no issue following up on my actual item that I have here. So that's that. Shipping time via air is actually quite quick. So this package arrived to me 3 days earlier than they estimated. So they actually estimated that it would arrive on August 9, and it arrived here on August 6. So super cool, definitely door to door. I actually caught the delivery guy in the elevator, so I just told him, hey, I'll sign for it here. That way he didn't have to wait for me up in my office. So let's actually get to the packaging. As you guys know, here in the Philippines, customs is a headache. I'm sure some of you viewers have had items being held by customs or opened by customs and inspected. And Shippingcart does a good job of mitigating this risk, and they do a good job of having packaging that's very obvious that it's been tampered with, because they tape it all the way around, all four corners, and they also have the security stickers on the top and the bottom showing that if the package has been opened, you'll clearly see it with a rip in the sticker. So I just want to go ahead and open up the box so we actually see what's inside. And I will do that once I get my trusty dusty blade, which we're gonna have to cut because I don't have a blade. So we're back, finally got the blade. Now I just want to let you guys know that even though air shipping is fast, a box this size, which is about the size of a shoebox for high top Converse or those Chelsea boots, something like that, it is actually quite pricey. So this came out to be 33 USD, which at the time of this video is roughly about 1,700 pesos ish. As a side note, that is quite an expensive price for just a pair of shoes that weighs under 4 pounds or around 2.2 kilograms. So I do think it's quite expensive. But again, If you pay $79 to $90 for a buy-in box, that takes 3 or 4 months to arrive. So again, if it's time sensitive, Shippingcart is still the way to go because it gets to you in roughly 5 to 6 days. That's Hayward, California to Metro Manila. I had no problems with customs. No one tampered with my package. The box and everything is intact, so it hasn't been thrown around. It didn't get wet. So definitely a good thing on Shippingcart, and positive feedback for them there. And actually, while we open up the box, I just want to talk really quick about the declared value. So when you go ahead and pay for the shipment, so they have everything weighed out, they will ask you what your declared value is. And here's a little trick. It's risky, but I'm a risk taker. They ask you what your declared value is because customs here in the Philippines will charge you an exorbitant amount of money if you declare the value of your package to be more than 200 USD, or roughly 10,000 pesos. Now, I will be completely honest in this video. The shoes cost about 22,000 pesos when purchased here in the Philippines. However, I paid less than $200 to buy them off of eBay. The actual price of these shoes was a final bid of $198. So I'm not breaking the law by not declaring my item properly. However, I did declare the value to be only $50, and I was willing to take the risk if something happened, if the plane crashed, if the package got lost. I was willing to only be able to claim a $50 insurance return if something happened. You guys might not be comfortable with that, and I totally understand. However, I am not willing to mess with the customs here in the Philippines. For those of you watching, I've paid an exorbitant amount of fees before for shoes that cost $1 over that $200 limit. It was 4,000 pesos customs fees and a custom delay, along with a processing and a paperwork fee from UPS to process those shoes. Never again. Which is actually why I decided to try out Shippingcart, because I just wanted to see how it would work. Anywho, cut the tape. This is what the box looks like. I hope you guys can see that. So they actually used one of those U-line flexible boxes, so it's kind of, they just cut it to size. And then here is the bubble wrap, just a little bit. Use some of this air stuff as well. Some paper, so very, very well packaged. They have more paper there. And if you have a look, this is the only thing inside. So yes, I purchased some Common Project sneakers. I don't even know what model they are, but they are retro lows in white and orange. Super cool. So the box came undamaged. Note they don't take a picture of the packaging that the box came with. So for example, they didn't take a picture of the eBay box that this came with. They only took a picture of this. Then, of course, they opened it up on their end. So you can see unharmed, untouched. And I just wanted to not try these on, but just have a look at them. So they're not damaged, nothing's wrong with them. And they look exactly like the photos that Shippingcart sent me, which I will end up putting somewhere over here. But yeah, there's no receipt of any sorts, there's no invoice of any sorts inside the box. There is just the shipping label from LBC on that. I'll blur that out for you guys. And yeah, that's it. So in summary, I think that Shippingcart is an awesome service, and it's at least, at the very least worth a try. And if you guys decide to give Shippingcart a try, I encourage you guys to make an account and go ahead and ship something that isn't as high value as this. But I will say, regardless of the value, it's going to cost roughly about 30 USD or 1,500 pesos for about 3 to 4 pounds. And that's the starting price. So if you guys are buying stuff from Amazon that you could easily buy here in the Philippines or potentially buy around Asia while you're, on vacation, I encourage you not to use Shippingcart for that because the cost for shipping will actually rack up. However, if you get a great deal on, items such as these shoes where they're at 50% of retail, I definitely encourage you to use Shippingcart because even though you're paying a little extra for shipping, it's a door-to-door service with no problem at all with customs. You don't even have to go to the nearest shopping mall to pick it up or the nearest warehouse to pick it up. They literally bring it to you and it's hassle-free. So yes, you pay a little more for convenience, but if you find something super unique and super cool that you just absolutely need to have, I highly recommend you guys choose Shippingcart. If it's something like books, or if it's something that is pretty common here in the Philippines, but it just comes at a premium, I would not choose Shippingcart and I would just decide to pay the premium and purchase it at a retail price here in Manila or the rest of the Philippines to save you the hassle. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to catch up or keep up with the daily adventures of a native New Yorker growing up here in Manila, please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Oh No It's Eric Go. And if you like this video and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications. Once again, I'm Eric Go, otherwise known as Oh No It's Eric Go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So take care and have a great one. See ya.